we gon' do what we came to do, ain't that right, boo?
True. What's up, you guys? Missy here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the equipment that I use, cameras, lighting, all that fun stuff, and how I edit my photos for Instagram. I'll be linking all the products that I mentioned down below in case you are interested in checking it out and purchasing it for yourself. I am fairly new at YouTube, but I'm slowly investing in it and trying to make better quality videos for you guys. So if you are new in the YouTube game, these are some products that you might enjoy and like. So I will be sure to list that all down below for you guys. Make sure if you're not subscribed to my channel already that you hit that subscription button and the notification bell beside it so you don't miss any future videos from me. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to comment down below if this video was helpful and what you guys want to see next. So I hope you enjoy. Alright, you guys, so this is the first camera I'm going to talk about today. This is the camera that I use for vlogging and then my Instagram photos, all that fun stuff. So this camera here is the Sony a5000. This is just a smaller camera. It's smaller than a DSLR camera, so it's just easier to travel with. I'm going to show you some of the features that I use with this camera so you guys can see. And yeah, I'm not going to go through specs and all that stuff because I'm not an expert, but if you guys have any questions or anything, I'm linking it all down below, so all the information will be down below for you. So the picture that I'm going to use for this demonstration is the photo that I just took now of the setup that I have set up for this video. Basically, I'm set up in my kitchen, so you guys got to do what you got to do. And I have a board back here that makes the background white. What's really cool about this camera is it has Wi-Fi, so if you are on Wi-Fi on your camera, you can transfer photos from your camera to your phone without having to connect it to a computer first. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna press the menu button here, and the difference between this one and the A5100 is the A5100 is touchscreen, but this one is not. So we're gonna go to wireless and then send to smartphone. We're going to select on this device and we're choosing this image, but you can also choose multiple images. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to choose this image. So what I'm going to do is press this image, and then here it's giving me a Wi-Fi connection. So when I go on my phone, I'll be able to connect to this Wi-Fi, and then it will connect it to my phone. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. Right, so now I'm on my Wi-Fi connection. As you can see, now that I have Wi-Fi open, it is connecting to the Wi-Fi link that it provided on the camera. So here it's connecting, it's all connected, and as you can see on the camera, it's still showing that it's connecting. It's because you have to download an app, and the app is called Play Memories. So when you click on this app, Play Memories, it automatically will sync any of the photos that you had on your camera to your phone. So as you can see here, it transferred that one photo. You press OK, and then that picture automatically goes to your photo album. So as you can see here, now this photo from my camera is on my smartphone. So this is the Sony a5000. What I love about this camera also is that it has a skin softener program in the camera. So when you're taking your selfies, it basically has Facetune built into it, which I'll show you guys in a minute. So it has that app Facetune, it smooths out the skin and it makes it look nice so you don't have to edit your photo too much. In order to use the skin softener mode in this camera, you're gonna go to the camera icon up here in your menu, and then you have drop menus here. So as you can see, it's switching from page 1 to 6. So the skin softener effect is on page 5 for my camera. It may vary on yours. And basically what you're gonna do is go down to soft skin effect, and then you have the option between off, high, low, and mid, which I keep it on mid. If you do it too low, you don't really notice a huge difference. And if it's too high, it makes your face look like a Play-Doh. So I just like to keep it on the mid selection. As far as everything else in this camera, I haven't really explored it too much. I just use it for selfies and vlogs. The intro of this video, I did use this camera. So when you play it back, you'll be able to see how it does the skin softening effect. But as you can see here, it takes a very, very nice crisp image, and you guys will see that at the beginning of this video and the end of this video. Another cool feature about this camera, which you won't find in the 6000 generation version of this camera, is it does have a flip screen. So I'm just going to turn it around towards you so you can see. But basically, if you're taking any selfies, you can flip the screen so you can see the viewfinder while you're filming or taking your photos. And this way you can basically be your own photographer and see what you're doing. So that's probably one of my favorite features. So you can only get this feature in the 5000 and the A5100. If you go up 6000 or more, you can't, because the way the lens and the viewfinder blocks each other, it does not flip up for you to see it yourself. All right, so now I switched out the cameras to show you this one. So for the previous clip showing you the Sony a5000, I was using this camera that I have in my hand right here. And then now I'm filming using the Sony a5000. So now you can probably tell a difference in the video. This camera right here is the Canon Rebel T5i. I had the edition lower, I think it's just the T5, but that one doesn't have autofocus. So if you guys are starting a YouTube channel and you want to be able to zoom in and have the camera autofocus to your face as opposed to you manually doing it, I would definitely suggest getting the Canon Rebel T5i. Okay, so for this camera, I have the regular stock lens. This is the 18 by 55 millimeter lens. I haven't bought a new lens for it. Lenses are a little bit pricey, so for now I'm just using the stock lens. So as far as camera settings go, I don't really use too much. There's the off and on button and then the recording. Usually when I take my pictures with this camera, I either have it on this setting right here that it's on right now, which is the AV setting, or this setting right here, which is this little face, and that's for portraits. It depends where I am. I usually play with this dial depending where I am and see how the image turns out. But as far as the dial goes, I don't know too much about it. Usually I'll have my flash off and I'll just stand in front of a window and take my selfies. Natural light is the best light, so typically I'll take my photos at an actual window as opposed to using the lighting that I have. So what's really nice is it does have a viewfinder that you see right here. So if you're behind the camera, you can look at the image like that, or you can flip it forward so that when you're filming, you have a little bit of a viewfinder and you can see what you're filming. I recently purchased this external microphone right here. If you guys watched my extremely spicy noodles challenge, you know that I had an issue with the mic on the actual camera. That was actually my fault. I didn't have the clip for the tripod I was using, so I taped over the microphone of the camera to tape it to the tripod. So I was actually blocking out the sound, but I thought at the time that it was the actual microphone, so I bought this external one, which in return just helps with the sound of the video overall. This microphone is actually attached to the actual camera, so when you're going to record, it's not a separate file that you need to attach. And I can get into editing in another video if you guys are interested in seeing that. But basically what's happening when you're recording is it's automatically using this microphone as opposed to adding a separate file that you have to put over your video later. Does that make sense? It's basically just enhancing the volume of the camera live and not making it a separate file for you to add later. I will link it down below. This one's about $100. You can buy one that's $200, but for now I just wanted to test this one out. Like I said, I'm slowly expanding my equipment, so I didn't want to go too crazy. I just wanted to check this one out first. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. It has helped. You'll notice in my last couple of videos after that challenge that the volume got better, and that's because of this microphone. As far as lighting goes, right now I just use 2 of these soft boxes that you see right here. So when I'm filming, I'll have one of these soft boxes on either side of me, and then I'll sit in front of a nice big window just to get that extra natural light. I'm still on the hunt for a ring light, but so far these will do, but I do still have to film during the day because I do need that extra light from outside. This is a Canadian company, but I will be sure to list similar products down below in case you guys are interested in checking it out. All right, so now we're on to the most asked question. How do you edit your photos? So I'm going to walk you through that today. So basically right here, I have 2 separate folders for my phone. This one here is my Missyville folder. So basically it just holds my Twitter, my YouTube, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, all of that fun stuff. And then I also have a photography section, which basically carries Facetune and any editing programs, InstaSize, Photo Switch, things like that. So really the only photo editing program I use is Facetune. So I'm going to open Facetune right now. And this basically does everything that I need in my editing program, but feel free to download other programs that you think you might use. So here I'm just pressing the camera icon at the top, which is basically going to open my photo albums when I hit the open photo selection. From there, I'm going to go to my camera roll and then select the photo that I want to edit. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to use this photo right here. Basically what this message is saying is that the file is too big because it is the full size file. So I'm just going to say use maximum size so I can get the right pixelation, and it's just going to load that picture to the app. Now that we have the image up on the app, I'm just going to show you some of the features it has. So at the bottom bar, you can see that there's a canvas, whiten, smooth, details, reshape, patch section. So really the only options I use in this app is the whiten, the smooth, patch, and sometimes I defocus if I want to defocus the background. So those are the ones that I use in this app. So first I'm going to go ahead and zoom in and show you guys how I smooth the picture and make it look nice and pretty for Instagram. So now that I have the image zoomed in, as you can see on my forehead, I do have a few wrinkles and fine lines. So I do definitely want to edit that out and just bring focus back to the eyes and the makeup itself. So for this, I'm going to use the smooth selection. Now here you have the option to smooth, smoother, erase, and move. I just like to use smooth. I have not tried smoother, but I feel like it might look a little bit too edited, and just keep in mind you don't want to fool your audience. So what I'm going to do is once you hit smooth, you just take your finger and you run it over the area. For this, I am using a swiping motion, but you don't want to do that all over your face because then you will look plastic and not real. But for my forehead, it's okay. Now this icon right here basically shows you your layers, so before and after. So as you can see here, this is the before, and this is after the smoothing, before and after. To smooth out other areas of my face, I'm just going to zoom in so I can really impact where I want to smooth. Right here, I want to smooth out under my eyes and then a little bit of texture that I have on my cheeks. Again, we don't want to go crazy because we're not trying to fool the audience, right? We're normal human beings. So here I'm just using a tapping motion instead of a swiping motion. So I'm just going to tap under my eyes and kind of get rid of those lines under my eyes, and then just tap along the cheeks as well, just to smooth out any pores and texture that I may have on my skin. Once you do that, again, you're going to go back down to this layering section right here and just press the before and after so you guys can see there's not a huge difference, but it just looks nice to the eye. I also like to use this feature on other parts of my skin. So as you can see here, I'm using it along my chest, and that just makes the skin look nice and flawless. And then once you're satisfied with the smoothing that you just did, you're going to go ahead and click this check mark at the top, and that's basically just saving what you did so you can move on to other options in this app. After I smooth out my skin, I like to go in and use the details section. So here you have the details and erase basically. So what I like to do is really zoom into the area that I want to detail. So for this, I like to use details on my eyes. So what you want to do is make sure you're zooming in as much as you can in the app so you can really impact the area that you're trying to edit. As you can see here, if you zoom out, it's really hard with your fingers to focus on just the eye itself. So I like to zoom in all the way, and now I'm just going to use that details and my finger and swipe it through my eye just to enhance the color. So as you can see here, I'm enhancing the color. Now you want to stay away from the pupil and the lash line, and that's because you're going to look like a crazy person once you save this picture if you don't do that. So here I'm really just focusing on the eye color itself. So here you can see the before and after again. So this is the edited version, and then I can press that little layer button to show you what it looks like before. Typically when I'm taking a picture, the camera tends to wash out my eye color. If you're looking at me in direct sunlight, my eyes will look more like this, which is the edited version. So it's really just enhancing and bringing forward the details. So now I'm just zooming out, and I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. So I'm zooming in nice and close, and then I am just filling in that colored area. For the next portion of this video, I wanted to show you what's going to happen if you go ham with the details. So I'm zooming into my lash line. I'm just going to run over that. And as you can see, it's really bringing forward that lash line and the lashes. I mean, it doesn't look that bad here, but now I'm going really crazy. Again, you guys don't want to fool your audience. You want the look to look as natural as possible. So if you make a mistake, you can hit that erase tab and just run over that area. You don't want to hit the X at the top corner because that's going to delete all the detailing you did in your eyes. So just go through with that erase icon and just clean up the areas that you didn't want to touch. And when you're done, again, you're just going to hit that check mark. Before I save this, I'm just going to show you how I detail my eyes a little bit more. So here I'm just tapping on the outer corner. As you can see, I did create a smoky eye. So just to bring that smoky eye a little bit more forward, I'm just using a tapping motion with the details and zooming into the other eye and doing the same thing. Very lightly, not swiping, just tapping. And then when I'm done, I'm now going to hit that check mark at the top to save the details. So for this picture, I'd typically be done editing, but I do want to show you a couple more features that I like to use. So now I'm going to go ahead and defocus the background. So using that bottom menu, I'm going to select defocus, and now I have the option to defocus or blur. So for this, I'm going to use the blur option, and I'm going to zoom in again to that area just so I can focus that effect on that area itself. So here I'm just going to use a swiping motion and just run over the background and really smooth out that background. And when you zoom out, it's basically going to bring your image forward and hide the background. As you can see here, I am going over my sleeve a bit, but that's okay because again, we do have the erase option, so I can use that as well. So here I'm just showing you the before and after, and now I'm zooming into my sleeve and I'm selecting that erase section, and I'm just going in and removing the blur off of my sleeve, which is why that I'm zoomed in so close so I don't affect the background itself. Because I don't want to save that blurry background, I'm just going to hit that X at the top corner and it will just bring it back to its original state. And now I'm just going to show you another feature in this app, which is the whiten feature. So I'm going to select the whiten feature, and you can use this for your teeth, of course, but if you like to whiten your background to give it more of a gray undertone as opposed to blue as you see in the photo here, you're just going to run your finger over the background and it will slowly make it more of a gray or white background as opposed to the other parts of the wall that you can see are blue undertone basically. But for the purpose of this video, I do want to keep it the way it is, but I do want to show you the before and after and some options that you have in this app. If you like to keep your backgrounds pretty similar in all your pictures, you can do that as well. So because I don't want to keep this feature, I'm going to go ahead again and click that X at the top just to erase that effect. Now that we're satisfied with this image, we're going to save it using the top icon here at the right and just hit save to camera roll. Now it's saved, and you can go ahead and close the app. And then now I want to upload it to Instagram. So I'm going to go ahead and open my Instagram app. Once the Instagram app is open, you're just going to go like you're posting a picture regularly and select that plus sign, and here the image is. So now I'm zooming in, fixing the image how I want it displayed on Instagram. I hit next, and now it is ready to post on Instagram. So that is how I edit my photos using Facetunes. I don't really use any other apps, but I hope this did help you guys. All right, you guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new today. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if this video was helpful, and if you're gonna be checking out any of these products, let me know. Sorry, my dog was yawning if you could hear that. Anyways, let me know in the comments down below if this video was helpful, and don't forget to follow me on all my social accounts. I will list them down below, and tag me in any videos you want to see, message me, Snapchat me, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.